Welcome to this Adobe Stock roundtable discussion where we're talking about the changing perceptions of stock photography. Adobe's brought together some leading creatives, both those who create the content that might be found in stock libraries and those who are the frontline consumers of it as well. Key themes that we'll be discussing are authenticity, discovery, multi-channel and quality as well. How has this trend towards authenticity changed photography, do you think?
I think the most important thing is that the awareness of the end user has changed. People are much more visually aware than they used to be. So the need for the stock overlit smiley face person on a telephone has gone. They need real images. They need images that feel real and much more relevant to them.
I think it's really important in this day and age for photographers or illustrators to look at niches as opposed to providing images that look like stock. I've been in the game for 16 years now, and I think it's important to get away from providing images that look too obvious and give the game away. So I think niche is the way forward. Stock
photography used to be really just like a girl on the phone, and it was really cheesy and it was very not creative at all. I believe there's a real need for a lot of people to have pictures that are more authentic, that are more beautiful, that tell more of a story with a cinematographic feel in a way, you know.
You know, I think if you look back at the stock industry and how it used to be a very canned frame of maybe somebody sat at a desk with a phone and a pair of glasses and a cup of coffee or whatever. I think that's changed now, and the authenticity that people want now is more around lifestyle. They want the crowd or the audience or the viewer to be able to have some emotional connection to the image they're looking at when they're working with their campaign or whatever they're trying to do.
How is the need for projects to be across all different platforms, social and mobile, how has that changed stock?
As a photographer, I always choose carefully what images I'm going to put on which mediums, you know, so there's some pictures that we put on Instagram that are never going to be on my website, and vice versa, you know that there's some images that you have to adapt for mobile, for computers. So there's totally a need, also in stock photography, to have those images that fit all different platforms.
I think it's very important now when either creating an illustration or a photograph to think about the angles that we're creating. It can't just be a wide angle, it might have to be punched in. Obviously on a mobile it's going to look different to what it would look like on a print magazine or a website. So I think more options for the agencies, more angles is very important in this day and age.
So one of the key things I found when I was working at the Times is that the images we use in the paper, we tried to replicate them exactly on the online platforms. And we very quickly realised that they didn't work at all. They lacked impact and reader connectivity with them. So we ended up having to choose different images for every platform. So the website would have different images to the newspaper, which would again have different images to the mobile platforms. And that way it started to work. But it was really having to start thinking out of the box about pictures that really told the story in a very small sort of window.
I think the way people have consumed content has changed over the past few years and is changing as we move forward in time. So the younger generation consume more content on their mobile phone, whereas my kind of age range consume content on their mobile phone and traditional as well. So I think the way the images that people use on that device has to change, depends on how you want people to engage with that content.
How do you think we can use stock to produce better work but to tighter deadlines?
The most important thing is the keywording. If you have bad keywording of images, it makes it really hard to find the right image, and therefore makes the whole process a lot longer. And the way you search for images needs to be quick. The images need to be high quality.
So license is really important, and the way that people license content in their artwork is really important, and that efficiency. So the way that Creative Cloud works is that once you've got your watermark asset in your comp, you can then license it from within any of the desktop applications very, very quickly to ensure that you're not wasting any time and you're actually meeting those deadlines in a much better way.